Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've got something exciting for you today. We're going to talk about some Black Friday sales. So this is mostly focused at laser engravers, but we're going to have links and prices. Most of them are Amazon affiliates, so yes, I do make a little bit of something if you take advantage of these sales and use my link. So I'm going to try and put the links in the description below, but if that doesn't work, there will also be a Google Doc that has all the prices, the discount levels, and if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you a tip to make sure that you're getting the best price that you can absolutely get. So let's get into it. All right, so here's the Google Doc, and we're going to start and we're going to talk about lasers. So I've got a few things queued up here right from the start. So if you're into diode lasers, this is a machine that I have reviewed on my channel, works really well. It's a great way to get into laser engraving. So you can see originally $299, on sale right now for $239.90, so that's a 20% savings. If you'd like to step up in power just a little bit, you can take a look here at the 20-watt version of this machine. So it is currently $399 down from $549.90, and that's a 27% savings. If you would like to maybe, well, definitely spend a little bit more, but have some more capability. This is a combination between a 20-watt fiber and a 20-watt dual or a diode, so you can do many different things. This is a pretty highly rated machine. I haven't used it myself, but you can see it is on sale right now for $34.49, down from $41.99, and that's an 18% savings. If you're looking for a CO2 laser, this is very similar to the one that I own. I have the 60-watt version of this. This is an OhmTech 80-watt CO2 laser, 20 inches by 28 inches. It is currently $23.99, down from $31.99, so that's a 25% savings. And then if you are looking at, if you want to get into fiber lasers, I just recently did buy one myself, and I would highly recommend going with Haotian lasers. So on the dock, I've got the Facebook group here. I would highly recommend joining that Facebook group. You can get plenty of tips and tricks and discuss with the manufacturer right there. Look for Pascal, and he will hook you up. Let me just show you really quick. They do have a sale going on for Black Friday from November 29th through December 1st. If you use the code BlackFriday24, you're going to save 10% off any purchase $3,000 or more. I wish I would have been able to take advantage of that. My laser cost me about $6,700, so I could have saved $670 if I were able to take advantage of that, but no regrets because I have my laser and I'm already having a lot of fun with that. And now we will move along. All right, next we're going to take a look at some tech. So we're going to start things off here with a couple of laptops. So here, now I have not personally used many of these items. These are just some good deals that I found. The ones that I have used I will point out. So starting off the top, we've got this ASIC Republic of Gamers Strix G16 gaming laptop. So you've got, you can see all the specs up there, but we've got a 4060 graphics chip, Intel Core i7 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's $10.99. It's down from $13.99. That's 21% savings. Moving right along, a little bit less expensive, but we've got the HP 17 laptop, so a 17.3-inch display, 12th gen Core i7 processor, 64 gigs of RAM, and a 2 terabyte software. So if you're not worried so much about the graphics card, this is going to be a better value for you potentially. $849.15 is the current price, down from $999, so that's a 15% savings. And then we have a less expensive laptop here, the Lenovo V Series V15 business laptop, 15-inch display. It's got the AMD Ryzen 7 CPU, 40 gigabytes of RAM, a 1 terabyte SSD hard drive. Currently, the sale is $579, down from $699, and that's a 17% savings. Now, if you're looking for monitors, because who doesn't need a little more real estate, here's a Samsung 43-inch M7 series 4K ultra high definition smart monitor. So you get all sorts of features on this. It's $379.99, originally $499.99. That's a 24% savings. Here's another little less expensive monitor. This is a Scepter 34-inch curved ultra-wide WQHD monitor, and you can see it is down to $199.97, down from $269.97. 26% savings. And finally, in the monitor category, we have this Dell S27 27-inch monitor. It is 4K ultra high definition. It is $198.95, originally $299.99, so that's a 34% savings. Now, on to some other tech. Here is a microscope. You can see up here at the top, I last purchased this microscope last year for Black Friday. It's a great microscope. I use this all the time, so whether I'm checking my engravings or 3D print quality, this is a lifesaver. It works extremely well. It is $129.99. It's about the same price as it was last year. Typical price is $168.99, so that's a 23% savings. Now, let me tell you, this is probably the best the best deal that I found this year. These are the microphones that I use in all of my videos since I upgraded to these microphones, and it's the microphone that I am using right now. I paid over $200 for these microphones. This is the Anchorwork M650 wireless microphone. Now, this is the white version, which again, this is the one that I bought here. It does come with other color covers, but this is currently $89.99. It is list price is $219.99, and it is a 59% savings. Now, I don't know why, but it is only the white version that is got this special. If I change over here to the black version, it is $199. So if you make any kind of content online, the number one thing I would say is good audio. Most people can deal with kind of bad video, but if you have bad audio, I will turn a video off like that because I just can't stand to listen to it. So $90 for this great microphone set. Next, we have the digital scale that I use. Again, I use this in my business. You can see I've had this since 2022. This is the Weimax W2809. It's a 90-pound scale. I use this when I am shipping things on Etsy, and I find that it is usually within about 0.1 ounces of what they weigh at the post office. So great scale. $19.44 is the current sale price. Typical price is $22.88, so that's a 15% savings. Now, if you do any kind of portable work, maybe you take your laser engraving to craft shows, etc. Having a portable battery power source is great because you can't always count on having power at these places. I actually own the Blue Eddy. It's the AC70, which is a 758 watt hour version, and I think I paid just over $400 for it this past summer. I love it. It's got all sorts of great features. The app is terrific. It's a stellar investment. Currently, this device, which is 1152 watt hours, it is 1800 watts continuous, 2700 watts peak, and you can see you got the 4 AC outlets on there, as well as various USB outlets, as well as a normal cigarette lighter port on there. It's $479 down from $999, so that's a 52% savings. Next, we have a Jadens thermal printer. I have one thermal printer that's made by Jadens and another one that I use, but again, both of these I use for my business, and just being able to print out those labels, slap them on a package is a huge time saver. You know, if you are still printing stuff out on your inkjet or laser printer and then cutting them out and taping them on to a package, you're wasting time. So get these. $62.39, originally $79.99. Or excuse me, $77.99, that's a 20% savings. Highly recommend that. If you find yourself, a lot of times, like whether it's my CNC or the computer that I have hooked up to my CO2 laser, it's often nice to be able to move the keyboard around or have the mouse. If I'm trying to frame something, I can actually put the cursor where I need it to be, pick up the mouse, walk over to the CO2 laser and hit frame and watch it frame, or hit start, etc. So this is a good deal if you find yourself needing a wireless keyboard and mouse combo. So $39.99 is the sale price, down from $49.99. That is a 20% savings. Let me close this other tab here. Next, if you do get that thermal label printer, here's a good value on thermal labels. So this is a 500 pack of 4x6, which is your standard shipping size label. These are $8.49, down from $9.99, so 15% savings. If you do a decent amount of business, I would consider getting one of the larger you know, packages here. You can see, even though it's not a Black Friday, it's 54.59 down from 67.59, 19% savings. That makes your labels only cost a penny a piece. And we're getting near the end here of our tech section, but we've got some wireless cameras. So this is the 1080p version of the Casa indoor pan tilt. So again, I would never recommend leaving a laser unattended, but there are times where it's nice, even when I'm sitting next to my CO2 laser, like in arm's reach. I like the camera there because I can put my phone up and I can see exactly what's going on without being directly in front of my laser. Now, if I'm cutting acrylic, I'll tell you I'm always sitting directly in front of my laser because that is the number one item that is problematic. But anyway, back to this camera. Last year I recommended the Blink cameras. I bought 2 of those. Unfortunately, what I did not know at the time is the Blink cameras, unless you subscribe to their plan, that camera will only show you, I think, 60 seconds worth of video, and then you have to continually, like it asks, it's like Netflix, it says, are you still there? And you have to keep telling it, yes, please keep sending me video. So although I have not tried these out yet, I probably will purchase a couple of them because the price is good. So $19.99 for this single camera, down from $29.99. That's a 33% savings. And if you want a little more resolution, they make a newer version. They don't use the Casa brand, I guess, now, but they're both made by TP-Link. So this is the Tapo, and this is a 2K version. So just about the same price, $19.49 down from $34.99, and that's a 44% savings. And then to round things out, as we all probably spend a lot of time sitting in front of our lasers, passing time as those jobs are running, sometimes it's nice to have a TV there so you can just kick back and watch a show or something. So if you need a decent sized television, this is a Insignia 50-inch 4K TV, and it does have the Alexa or built-in Fire TV with Alexa voice remote. It is $189.99, originally $299.99, and that's a 37% savings. All right, now let's move on. We're going to talk about some spare parts. It's never a good idea to wait until something goes bad to need to get a replacement part, because if you've got jobs lined up, you don't want to find yourself in that situation. So let's talk about lenses first. So here's a couple of lenses that I've purchased. Luckily, I'm still on my original lenses that I got with my OMTech CO2 laser. But these are the Cloud Ray CO2 laser lens. So this is 18 millimeters, which is the size for my particular machine. But this is, if you look at this FL 50.8, so that is the focal length. So that is a 2-inch lens, 25.4 millimeters per inch. So that's a 2-inch lens. $19.99 is the current price, down from $24.99. So that's a 20% savings. If you do more engraving versus cutting, then this is the FL 38.1 is a 1.5-inch lens, also $19.99, down from $24.99, and that's also a 20% savings. If you need a power supply, maybe a little more than, more expensive than something you're just going to have keep sitting on the shelf, but again, losing a couple days worth of work while you're waiting for a part may not be a bad investment to have one of these sitting around. So if you've got a 100-watt or less power supply, you can see it's listed here as 80 to 100 watts. If you've got an 80-watt, this will work fine. If you've got a 100-watt, this will work fine. So current price $175.20, typical price $219, so that's down 20% as well. And then whether you have if your machine is a couple years old like mine, it may not be a bad idea to just change out those tubes. So this is 1/2-inch interdiameter, I haven't promised speaking, silicone tubing, 10 feet worth, $11.99, down from $14.99, so that's a 20% savings. And then making sure that you have the hose clamps. Now, many people do recommend using the spring type clamps. I just didn't have any on my list, and I couldn't remember the exact dimensions, but this is I think 6 to 12, so I think it's probably like in that 11 to 12 millimeter range. You can look for those if you prefer the spring clamps, but these are $7.19 for a package of 20, down from $12.99, so that's 45% savings. All right, now let's talk a little bit about safety. So we're going to start here with this Kitty smoke and carbon dioxide carbon monoxide detector. This is powered by AA batteries. It is $29.04, down from $49.99, so this is 42% savings. So highly recommend that wherever you are working with your lasers or CNC machines, you have smoke detectors installed to let you know if things go wrong. Moving along, we've got the Tongikyo fiberglass fire blankets. So also highly recommended to have these anywhere you're operating your laser. It's kind of one of your first lines of defense for a small fire. Moving along, you got the fire extinguisher. Now this is just a general fire extinguisher. Is not really recommended. If you put one of these on your CO2 or fiber laser or wherever, you're probably going to damage the equipment because these dry fire extinguishers are very caustic and they will destroy electronics. So this is better than nothing, but not great for electronics. But this is $39.99, down from $49.99, so that is a 20% savings. We always want to keep our eyes safe, so for a CO2 laser, especially for those of you that tend to, whether it's like myself, where you're making videos and you're bypassing the safety door. If you're doing that, you definitely need to be wearing eye protection. So these are designed, you can see the 9,000 to 11,000, 10,600 is the wavelength of a CO2 laser. So these are $36.99, normally $39.99, so a minor savings there of 8%. If you're into fiber lasers, then make sure that you have a good pair of safety glasses. These are the Cloud Ray 1064 is the frequency there that your fiber laser operates in, and these are OD6, so a pretty good level of protection there. These are $31.99, down from $39.99, so that's a 20% savings. Now, back to fire extinguishers. This is the one that I keep near my CO2 laser. So this is a 5-pound carbon dioxide laser. If I were to utilize this on the laser, it is not going to cause any damage to the electronics or the metals that are inside there. One thing you do have to be careful with CO2 is it's going to displace oxygen, so you don't want to be in a small room. You don't want to stick around in there because you may run the risk of not having any oxygen to breathe. Now, if you, this one is not on sale, but I did want to put it on the list just so you have the link and this is kind of the minimum of what you should really be running for a laser system. And then if you want kind of the Cadillac of fire extinguishers, the Halotron isn't going to have those same issues that the CO2 has, but it's much more expensive, as you can see. This is on a little bit of a sale. It is $441, down from $523, so that's a 16% savings. All right, moving along to some frequently used tools that you will find in my many workshops. So we're going to start off with a T level. So these are great whether you're working on tumblers or now, as I found with the fiber laser, it's very important to have the galvo head level with the bed that you're working on. So very similar with the CO2 level, where you want your gantry to be level with the bed. So these I find very handy. This is a 4-piece set. So these are $479, down from $599, so that's a 20% saving. So great to have many of those so you can have one in multiple locations. Can't stress the importance of having accurate measurements. I have several metallic rulers like this. So nice straight edge, nice measurement capabilities. This is a 12-inch with cork backing. It's a stainless steel metal ruler. This is $7.16, down from $8.95, and that's a 20% savings. Digital calipers. This is one I own this set. I think here's another tip. If you have family members that are always asking you what you want for Christmas or a birthday, make an Amazon wish list and you can just send them to that. So I actually put these on my Christmas wish list last year, and one of my children got it for me. So I use these probably several times a week. It's a great caliper. This is $15.98, normally $26.99, so that is a 41% savings. And finally, getting the smoke out of the area is great. This is the fan that I use to upgrade my CO2 laser. This is the AC Infinity Cloudline Pro S6 Mine is a 6-inch version. They also make an 8-inch version, but it's got this handy little remote control on a very long cord. So I was able to install everything, and then I got the cord right there on the top of my laser, and I can just turn on the fan or turn off the fan. So moves a lot of air. $79.20 is the current price, down from $99, so that is a 20% savings for Black Friday. All right, now let's talk about a few other things before we get to the final category. So these are some items that you may want to get, some media, as I like to call it a lot of times. So we're going to start off here. This is a Black Friday deal for some blank challenge coins. So if you're into fiber laser engraving. Now, I will tell you, I have not tried these out personally yet. They do say they're solid brass, which is something that you're going to look for these coins. And these are currently $18.39, down from $22.99, so that is a 20% savings. Now, the next one on the list is not on sale currently, but I have actually used these. You can see that just in October, end of October, I purchased these. So these are a different style of blank brass challenge coins, 40 millimeters. They are solid brass, and these engrave beautifully. They're $27.99. Next, we have some stainless steel bottle openers, also not on sale, but I have used these. These are a nice thick bottle opener, so you'll be able to do a lot of, whether it's engraving or surface marking, and you're not going to have to worry about these warping. $22.99 for 40 of them, and I'll tell you, they engrave quite nicely, and you are able, if you have the either the settings, you'll definitely have to test it out, but you can get color on here if you have the MOPA fiber laser, or you figured out how to use your fiber laser to get color. Next, we have the Brilliance laser marking spray. This is a black color. Haven't used it personally myself, but if you're trying to mark on metals and all you have is a CO2 laser, this is definitely the way to go, and it can also help you to get a nice solid black on metals if you do have a fiber laser. And because as I've found out, there's a lot of things that go into marking metals with a fiber laser to mark and not engrave, so this might be something that you want to consider picking up. Currently $39.96, down from $49.95, so that's a 20% savings for Black Friday. And last, we've got a couple of items here that I have used myself quite frequently. This is a tablet floor stand. So you can see there's a heavy base here, and then you can use this to hold your tablet, again, if you're passing some time or you're creating content, making videos, etc. $21.80, down from $25.88, so that's a 16% savings. And then finally, we have this ring light phone stand. It mounts to your desk, but I will tell you that I use this all the time with that floor stand, because those arms will both fit into that heavy base. So I actually probably use the ring light on that stand more than I use the tablet holder. But overhead camera mount, 10-inch LED light. It's got a nice little remote control, and then there's a control on the cord to turn it on, off, and set the brightness, etc. So this item is $31.98. It is down from $39.99, and that is a 20% savings as well. All right, and to wrap things up, we're going to talk about some commonly used supplies that I've found very useful in my business. So to start with, we've got these bubble mailers. I send a lot of my Etsy products out in these little guys here. So this is a 250 pack. You get a big, nice box of these things. It's $49.99. Not really a Black Friday sale, but you can see here that they have a 5% off coupon currently. So that'll drop the price by a little bit. Next, we have a bubble wrap. Again, this is not on sale, but this is the best price that I have found around here on Amazon. This is 700 feet, so expect a massively large box, because you're going to get 2 rolls of this bubble wrap. It is perforated every 12 inches, so that makes it 5 cents per foot, $37.99 for this bubble wrap. And then we have alcohol. So for all of my lasers, the lenses, etc., the mirrors, this is what I use. It's 99% isopropyl alcohol. Now, actually, yesterday when I was making this list, it was still $11.99, but today I checked and it is $8.99, so they have dropped the price by 25%. All right, that wraps up our list, but as promised, if you've stuck around this long, or if you just jumped to the end, I have a tip to make sure that you are getting the best savings. Now, when it comes to Black Friday, things have changed. The sales start early. There's a lot of You know, you may think you're getting a good price, but it may not necessarily be the best. Now, most of the time you're going to get a good deal, but my key point here is just to realize that you may not need to, you know, buy everything in the next day or two because you're afraid that you're going to lose out on that good price. So this is one of many Amazon price trackers. So this is called camelcamelcamel.com, and you can go here and you can just type in whatever product you're looking for. You can paste the URL. I pasted this right off the spreadsheet that you were looking at. So we started this list off with this Asus laptop, right? $10.99. So it'll tell you that this is the best price as of November 21st. And if we come down here, we can see what the price has been over the last, looks like couple years actually, I think, or year time frame. So currently at $10.99, you can see just a little while ago it was up here above $12.50. It's been as high as $14.99. So you can see Amazon changes these prices quite frequently. So by going to a site like this, most of the time they're going to have a price history. Sometimes you'll run across something that doesn't have it, or it's a third party, or it's new, or whatever. But by utilizing a site like this, you can take a look, you know, if you think that you're getting a deal, because honestly, Amazon could say that this laptop normally sells for $24.99 and you're saving, you know, 60% or whatever. But they, you know, that only may have been a price for a day or something like that. So just because you see some great percentage off, you may be getting a deal, you may not. So it's always good to check those prices on here, because you can see that this price here is legitimately a good price. Other times you may have seen that, hey, a month ago it was less than it is today, and so maybe that's a product that you want to hold off on and wait for a better deal, because Black Friday isn't necessarily the be-all and end-all of all sales. So that is my little tip for you. As always, I appreciate the time that we've been able to spend here together. If you like what I'm doing on the channel, I would appreciate it if you'd hit the little thumbs up button, and then be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you know when I drop new content, and yeah, hit that like button, because it helps the channel grow. We are getting really close to 2,000 members, and I am excited just to see this channel grow and grow and grow. I appreciate the time that you've spent with me today, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and you also get to spend some time with your loved ones. So let's just keep on learning, burning, and growing together. Take care, everyone.